Welcome back to Spinning the Past. This is part 2. In my previous video on flax, I said I would talk about silk, and then I had a major disaster about to happen. But this is, I think I told you in the first video that I bought a whole bunch of these because I was tired of my unspun fibers being all mixed up and jumbled up, and I couldn't find when I needed silk. I needed silk right now. So I was trying to be a little bit of KonMari. Didn't work that well. So there's my silk box. I have a flax box. I have long wools. I have a whole slew of boxes, and in the move they all got jumbled up. But today I just kind of wanted to, in this segment, I wanted to talk a little bit, go through my silk box because I need to use silk for my in-depth study. So I'm starting to pull out the fibers that I need for that. This is the cocoon. This is silk cocoon. This is, and this is white, so this is cultivated silk. So these, I can hear them rattle. So the little dead pupae are in here. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Another thing about raw silk is that it really stinks. Maybe some people like that. Worm spit. He's a kind of a master silk person who taught me a lot about reeling from this, but yeah, it's an acquired scent, let's put it that way. So these are coming out because I need these for my in-depth study. But I want to show you some other preparations of silk. So this is silk noil. So again, remember the people who are doing the silk, they are pulling out things that are maybe even waste, but they're turning around, kind of marketing that and then selling it. So there's no waste in the silk industry. They make it into something. This is silk noil. It is textured. It's the similar staple length to cotton. So it would blend well with cotton. This is not going to make a smooth silk yarn though. This is going to make a textured preparation. So you can just put these on hand cards. I'd probably put this on a hand card unless you want it super textured. Then you can just spin it from your hand, spin it from the cloud. But yeah, put them on hand cards. You can make some rolags or ponies, and then you can spin from that. Or you can also put them on cards or a blending board and blend them with the fiber of comparable length for best blending. So let's see what else I have in here. So this is Bombeck silk. There's from my own poor attempts at spinning silk. Here is some silk hanky. So they actually make hankies for spinning. So here's what that looks like. They take these, they're white when they start out with. See, this is why people with little cracks and crevices on the hands shouldn't work with silk. So these all would have been white. They poured the dyes on there. They fixed the dyes, and then they wrapped them up and they sold them as dyed hankies. So a lot of small producers will do the dyeing for you, and then you can pick them up. And then you would kind of poke a hole through the center, pull it out, attenuate it, and then you can kind of just spin kind of as is. Again, it will be a textured product. This is silk noil. We talked about silk noil. Here's some lovely dyed. My friend who has seen Robin Edmondson, she's a master hand dyer. She did her best to try to teach me to dye. I am nowhere near her level of expertise in hand dyeing, but she's the one who taught me very first how to spin, and she lent me her Ashford Traveler. That was my very first practice spinning wheel. So thank you, Robin, for that. More silk noils. Oh, I need these. For my master spinner. Here, this is funny. This is, I put it here, soy silk. So soy silk is not really silk. It's an extruded, another one of those. I'm going to put it more in the man-made fibers, even though it is from a plant based. I'm not going to put it in my silk box here. Some other lovely dyed silks in here. This is my attempt, homage to the Estonian flag. Yeah, so again, I would slather my hands and for preparation. I think it was Patsy Zalstowski who taught to put some lemon juice on your hands, and then you rinse that off, or even something a little bit acidic, and then you can put on. I put a lanolin hand cream, and that helps with it. But not doing housework would help too. But yeah, right, that's not going to happen. So here's other dyed silks. Here's another. That's what I'm looking for. So some beautiful. It dyes really well. You can buy these in these preparations. Let's see. Let's check the length. So, okay. Okay. So again, I'm just checking on the length of this. So it's fairly long, but because it's chopped up, and you see these little nips and noils, so it's going to make a bit textured, and that's okay. It's not the same as silk reeling, but the fun of the fiber world is that there's all kinds of preparation. You could do all kinds of fun things. A lot of people love the textured stuff, so have at it and support the people who help prepare these for us. And here's another that I have silk samples. So just if you find that your stash is kind of getting overwhelmed, this is a good time of the year to kind of go through, and if you have any bags, maybe get some boxes, make sure that the right things are in the right boxes and they're labeled, so that when you said, I need some silk noil, then you can go straight to your box that says silk, and you know that you can find silk noil whenever you need it. So that's it for the segment on spinning the past.